Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book on the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read it. Now, where is your sense? You fill me with contempt. What are you saying? With the forces poised to clash, you tell us to haul our all-swept vessels out to sea, just so one more glory can crown these Trojans. God help us, they have beaten us already, and the scales of headlong death can drag us down. Achaeans' troops will never hold the line, I tell you. Not while the long ships are being hauled to sea. They'll look left and right, where can they run? And fling their lusts for battle to the winds. Then, commander of armies, your plan will kill us all. At that, the king of men, Agamemnon, backed down. A painful charge, Odysseus, straight to the heart. I'm hardly the man to order men, against their will, to haul the overswept vessels out to sea. So now, whoever can find a better plan, let him speak up. Young soldier or old, I would be pleased to hear him. And Diomedes, lord of the war, cried, stepped forward. Here's your man, right here, not far to seek, if you only bear me out and take my lead. Not glare at me in resentment, each of you, since I am the youngest born in all of our ranks. I too have a noble birth to boast. My father, Tydeus, mounded over now by the earth of Thebes. 3 brave sons were born of the lines of Protheus. They made their homes in Plairon and craggy Calydon, Argeus first, then Melas, the horseman Oeneus third, my father's father, the bravest of them all. There Oeneus stayed on his own native soil, but father wandered far, driven to live in Argos. By the wall of Zeus, I suppose, and other deathless gods, he married one of Adrestus' daughters, settled down in a fine wealthy house, with plenty of green land, ringing with row on row of blooming orchards, and pastures full of sheep, his own herds, and he excelled all Argives with his spear. You must have heard the story. No, it's true. So you cannot challenge my birth as low, cowardly, or spurn the advice I give. If the plan is really sound, I said, go back to the fighting, wounded as we are. We must, we have no choice, but once at the front, hold off from the spear play out of range ourselves, since who of us wants to double wounds on wounds? And we can spur the rest of them into battle. All who had nursed some private grudge before kept to the rear and shunned the brooding forays. The other listened closely and fell in line, moving out, and marshaled Agamemnon led them on. But the famous god of earthquakes was not blind. No, Poseidon kept his watch, and down he came to the fire of kings. Like an old veteran now, he tugged at the right hand of Atreus' son, and sent his message flying. Agamemnon, now, by heaven, Achilles' murderous spirit must be leaping in his chest, filled with joy to behold his comrades slain and rotted in their blood. That man has got no heart in him, not a pulse beat. So let him die outright, let a god wipe him out. But with you the blessed gods are not enraged. Not through and through, Agamemnon, a day will come when the Trojan lords and the captains send an immense dust storm, swirling down the plain. With your own eyes you will see them break for Troy, leaving your ships and shelters free and clear. A sheltering cry, and he surged across the plain, thundering loud as mine. 10,000 combat soldiers shriek with Ares' fury when massive armies clash, so huge that the voice, the god of the earthquake, let loose from his lungs, planting enormous martial power in each Achaean's heart, to urge the battle on, to fight and never flinch. Now Hera, poised on her golden throne, looked down, stationed high at her post, aloft Olympus' peak. At once she saw the sea lord, blustering strong, in the war where men win glory. Her own brother and husband's brother too, and her heart raced with joy. But then she saw great Zeus at rest on the ridge under the craggy heights of Ida gushing cold springs, and her heart filled with loathing. What could she do? Queen Hera wondered, her eyes glowing wide. How could she outmaneuver Zeus, the mastermind? This Zeus with his battle shield of storm and thunder? At last, one strategy struck her mind as best. She would dress in all her glory and go to Ida. Perhaps the old desire would overwhelm the king to lie by her naked body and make immortal love, and she might drift an oblivious, soft, warm sleep across his eyes and numb that seething brain. See off, she went to her room, the chamber of her loving son. Hephaestus built her, hanging the doors from doors posts snug and tight, locked with a secret bolt no other god could draw. She slipped in, closing the polished doors behind her, the ambrosia first. Hera cleansed her enticing body of an blemish, that she applied a deep olive rub, breathing take. Rhodolent oil she kept beside her, one steer of the scent in the bronze floored hall of Zeus, and a perfume would drift from heaven down to earth, kneading her skin with this to a soft glow, and combing her hair, she twisted her braids with expert hands, sleek luxury shining down from her deathless head. They fell, cascading. Then, rounding her shoulders, she swirled the wondrous robe. Then Athena wove her, brushed out to a high gloss, and worked into the weft an elegant rose brocade. She pinned them across her breast with a golden brooch, then sashed her waist with a waistband, floating 100 tassels into her earlobes. Neatly pierced, she quickly roped her earrings, ripe mulberry cluster dangling in triple drops, and the silver gleams they could catch the heart. Then back over her brow she draped her headdress, fine fresh veils for Hera, the queen of gods, their pale glimmering sheen like a rising sun, and under her smooth feet she fastened supple sandals. I'm going to stop here to then continue next time. Thank you for watching.